Even though there have only been a handful of games released in 2023, it looks like it's going to have so much potential. Here are the games I'm most excited for in the coming year. Number 5, Sins of a Solar Empire 2, a sequel to a fun Space 4X game from my childhood. This is going to be a constant theme going forward. It's in early access right now, and honestly I have no clue where it's at. I've seen some videos with positive thumbnails, but haven't really had time to watch. I try to stay clear of most early access games for my own sanity. Honestly, if this turned out to just be a visually better version of Sins 1, I would probably be happy. Hopefully it's better at introducing newer players than I recall the original being. Number 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I only just got around to playing Fallen Order in the winter of 2022, and it was one of the best games I played this year. If this game continues to be more of the same, it would be very welcome. The characters and settings that look to be introduced in Survivor are exciting. I'm very much looking forward to finding out about the role of the droids in the narrative, and I hope to once again find a reason to cry while playing a video game. Even though the dialogue wasn't the primary focus of Fallen Order, it was always doing a great service to the story being told, and I very much hope that continues to be the case here. Neither of the writers for the original game are back, and the writers they have listed either don't have listings, or their listings were Far Cry 6. I haven't played Far Cry 6, so I can't speak to the writing, but I generally don't look to the Far Cry games for great writing. But otherwise, I think that Fallen Order has laid a great foundation for Survivor to build its sequel on. Number 3, Company of Heroes 3. Company of Heroes ate up a lot of my time in high school, and I've desperately wanted another RTS that does that again for me. Company of Heroes 2 unfortunately wasn't that. I haven't followed along with Company of Heroes 3 much, but once I started looking for trailer footage, I saw that there have been a lot of dev vlogs on their channel. Hopefully that bodes well for the game. I'm not sure what to expect for Company of Heroes 3 when it arrives, but I am hoping that it is something worth sinking hours and hours into. Before we get into the 2 games that are far above and beyond the last 3, here are some honorable mentions. Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, Men of War 2, and Tempest Rising. And with that, back to the list. Number 2, Fire Emblem Engage. I was disappointed by 3 Houses, and I've been feeling like the best of Fire Emblem's days are way in the past, but Fire Emblem has been near and dear to my heart since I was in elementary school. I started to play it on an emulator at a friend's house, and we could only get the game in Japanese. I learned to play these games without knowing how to read the language I was playing in, and I fell in love with the aesthetic and the gameplay. As time's gone on, I felt so much heartbreak with this series, but I've never wanted to let go. It may seem a bit odd for this game to place number 2 on the list given everything I've just said, but given what I've seen lately, I do have some hope about the series going a bit back to its roots as a tactics game. I'm happy to see that they've reintroduced the weapon triangle, which they removed for 3 Houses. The battle maps also look a lot better, much more readable, and the characters look like they are more identifiable on the map than they were in 3 Houses. These were really big problems for me in 3 Houses from a usability point of view. With that all said, I'm very excited to see how this game looks when it comes out in about 2 weeks. Lastly, number 1, Armored Core 6. This is the one game I had genuine, uncontrollable happiness when I saw. I played so much Armored Core in my childhood and I loved it so much. I've been hurt so many times that I learned not to get excited about games, but I can't help myself for this one. I'm not a Dark Souls-like fan, and given the focus on those games, I just assumed we would never get another Armored Core game. Watching the trailer for the first time, I was very confused until about halfway through about what we were getting, but once we start seeing the recognizable mechs, I started to get goosebumps. There isn't really much to go off of yet, but given that FromSoft has a track record of making good games, it's pretty easy to give them the benefit of the doubt. And there you go. Top 5 games I'm looking forward to in 2023. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and if there are any games you think I should be excited for in this year. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike it. If you want to see more of my videos as they come out, please subscribe. Hopefully within 2 weeks I'll be able to get a first impressions video out on Fire Emblem Engage. And with that, I'll see you next time.